So yeah, we're gonna start discussing monster concept. The first one, the most immaculate, glorious, and creative, the Goatipede.
In fact, inspired somewhat by human centipede. But the goal of this is not to be like, oh, poor animal. It's like one step past that, where it is like a magically mishmashed thing, and presumably it should biologically function.
And we've come up with 3 different variants of it, which, to clarify...
Kind of 4.
Oh no, you came up with a 4th?
A while ago.
Oh no. So, to clarify... First off, he has a cold.
Yep.
Second off, the monster concepts, a lot of them that we're gonna come up with and talk about are just weird, kind of high fantasy style creature concepts, because we like to theory craft about different monsters, creatures, magic systems, etc. And you know, if you find inspiration with the Goatipede and want to use it in any sort of story or game or anything, I don't know why you would. You might need to see a shrink.
But you can.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so we've got the herbivorous, carnivorous,
Yep.
chlorophyllorous.
Sure, we'll call that
I don't know.
word.
It's a part plant creature, and that's how it eats.
Yep.
And I also have an aquatic variant.
Oh, so that's not the, okay. I was thinking the photosynthesis one was the aquatic version, because I was thinking of those plankton. But no, this is different.
Fair. Yeah, no, So let's start with the photosynthetic. Why did I categorize them by what they eat? Because I thought of the carnivorous one, and then was thinking about the others. So the most chill one, maybe, is the photosynthetic.
Yeah, so
It's also the large that there will be a lot of goat torsos and legs.
with one kind of giant, almost dragon-sized goat head.
Yes. Green fur, because its fur is basically grass. Because it's photosynthetic, and it sleeps for extended times, curled up with its face hidden amongst the rest of its rippling body.
Yeah.
When it gets, it would get up to move if there was, a disaster or something in the area, and the biome was no longer suitable for it. And it would uncurl like a giant centipede, destroying whatever small village you had on the back of it. Or a portion of village. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a couple houses, so not village, but, property. You could even have a farm on its back.
Just imagine if you had, I don't know, a small village, near these rolling hills, and then you had, an elderly person just be like, oh yes, I remember back when I was a little girl, when the hills migrated, and you're like, okay, Grandma, sure, and then, I don't know, a volcano in the area starts acting up or something, and then you just see the hills just up, and you hear a bunch of little hoof noises as it skitters away, and you're like, what?
I think it would not be hoof. I don't think it'd be little hoof noises.
Fair.
Because, if you're thinking about it, for something that long, and being centipede, there may well be 100 legs. Sorry, 200 legs.
Well, no, centipedes.
No, 100?
Yeah, 100, because centipedes sent a...
I didn't know if they actually had exactly 100.
I think it's about, give or take, depending.
Sure. So, somewhere in the 80 to 110 leg range of massive, larger than normal goat size hooves crushing down.
Yeah, you just hear dunk 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 dunk.
I also imagine you'd be in for a really bad surprise if you tried to dig a well at the wrong spot.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, if you tried to dig a well into it. Because we're assuming that the, Goatipede exoskeleton or skin has, a bunch of dirt built up on it.
Yeah.
This thing's got probably dandruff out the wazoo, because that works to grow extra plants, and, as well as form its own hair follicle root system.
Uh-huh. And I imagine that, like, as stuff gets blown and whatnot, that there's something about the very root of its, like, grassy fur that just, like, has leaves and whatnot stick to it. To, like, make that dirt layer. I imagine these as being chill. They're generally not trying to hurt people. They're very tough, so they will not really super notice stuff being built on them. Because they probably at least have, like, a foot deep of dirt all over their back. So, like, if you're not going anything crazy on it, should be okay. But if you dig too deep, a hill's gonna get up and trample.
Or the hill's just gonna, like, twitch you off like a flea.
Oh. That might be more disconcerting.
Be like, there was just this tiny localized earthquake to, like, the surrounding 10-foot radius.
Do you want to talk about the aquatic, herbivorous, or carnivorous one next?
Let's go in, like, order of chill, most chill to least chill.
Okay.
So I think aquatic and herbivorous are kind of similar.
Yeah. So, I want to talk about... Well, no, let's go herbivorous first. Because it's, like, equally chill in temperament, but I think a slightly more direct and understandable. So, this one is a lot closer in body shape to the, like, human centipede thing.
Okay.
Because I'm imagining it has, like, imagine full goats.
Oh.
Remove the neck. Melt at where the joint of the neck and the butt, kind of, into one longer tube, and then you have a head sticking out of the stomach of almost all of the goats except for the front one.
Oh, right. I forgot this one was so much more cursed.
This one is a grazer. Because it's extremely long. You know. So, roughly... So for 100, that's like roughly 25 goats long.
Okay.
And it goes with all the different heads picking at whatever stuff it can find. But it, like, constantly walks and makes, like, a very barren trail behind it. Because all of the different... Because there's the front head that's the lookout. And then there's all the stomach heads that are directly at the ground. And when they, like, look out, they're right next to the ground, but they can kind of tuck up if it needs to run. I think that one would be disconcerting to see.
Yeah. That would be one of those, like... They tell the terrors of, like, the goat monster that lives in the valley or something.
But, I don't know, it's not that monstrous. It's not that dangerous. It's not trying to kill nobody.
Well, neither were the giant sloths that got hunt to extinction.
Okay, but they were like... how territorial would they be?
I don't know. They don't exist anymore. Oh, you mean the Goatipede?
Yes, the herbivorous Goatipede.
Ooh. Probably about as territorial as bulls. For the more aggressive ones, would be my guess.
Okay. Because I'm thinking, like, this is not the body shape of a critter that is great at fighting.
Yeah, there's too many weak points, too many eyes and mouths to, like, punch.
While true, at the same time, it can lose most of those and be fine.
That is a disconcerting point.
Really, the main danger is the front one. If that face gets out, it's pretty screwed.
Reasonable.
Because, like, it could lose some legs.
Yeah.
It could lose some heads if it didn't bleed out.
So are we thinking that, like, the main head of the herbivorous Goatipede is bigger than the grazing heads and more potentially lethal?
Ooh, reasonable.
Or I wonder if all of the grazing heads would also have horns?
See, I didn't like them having horns because that felt too good at goring itself.
I see.
And also, depending on how much core structure it has, it might be able to, like, go over gaps weirdly. Well, because, like, because it's, like, 25 goats long, right?
Yeah.
So if it only needs to make a gap that's, like, 5 goats long, it's still got 20 goats in the back of it supporting the weight. And it can make its little own goat bridge.
Goat bridge, no!
I, in part, think that it would be... Because I imagine, right, that the photosynthetic ones live in, like, rolling hills and plains, not actually up on the mountains. Because they want to, one, blend in.
Yeah.
But also just have, like, a big sunny spot without many trees blocking its light. But when I was thinking of the herbivorous, I was thinking of mountain goats.
Okay. Could you imagine trying to, like, rear one of these as, like, a farmer or something, a rancher? That'd be a lot of milking.
Yeah. Oh, God. I'm just trying to also imagine one trying to, like, as a baby feed.
Unless they just come out almost predominantly grazing. And if the milking is just some, like, weird residual thing that isn't necessarily necessary.
Or maybe you can't even milk them.
Maybe you can't milk them. Maybe they're just used for... They could be really good for path making, for, like, building roads between cities and stuff, and you're like, oh, you know, this is full of brambles and briars and brush, and then you got that one guy that's just like, I got a Goatipede for that.
It's kind of like having 25 goats with one brain.
Oh, God.
So you only have to train the one brain.
Yep, you just lead it, and it just, like, snakes a trail.
I do imagine that it spirals up to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
To keep itself warm.
Be one heck of a way to get crop circles.
One heck of a way to get crop circles.
If you got one that's got a little, stereopathy where it only turns in one direction. You're just, wow, all these crop circles.
Those coughs are also me laughing. But yeah, I had underestimated the disconcerting nature of the herbivorous one.
Yep.
Based on your reaction.
And we're only getting weirder from here.
True. At least I thought. Okay, so the next one is the aquatic one.
Yeah.
So all of these have been, like, off of the style that a centipede goes straight, and that's where they're connected. So this one, instead of a straight line, and I'm imagining these are connected, like, shoulder to shoulder sideways.
Okay.
In a hoop.
A Goata hoop.
A Goata hoop with their fur coalescing between them.
Okay.
No limbs anymore. Only like a tail thing.
Okay.
And the idea is that it's an active filter feeder.
Oh.
Right, because like the goat hoop.
The goat hoop.
Right, or the hoopapede.
The Goata hoopapede.
Will swim through the water like that with all of its different faces. And I do imagine horns on each of these faces.
Okay.
Because it needs to be able to fight some.
So it's like narwhal with, effectively.
It's a hoopa narwhal-ish, except not as long of horns. I'm imagining closer to goat length.
Okay.
Right, and their faces face towards their fur middle matted section.
Okay.
That the water is getting filtered through.
Oh.
And then they nibble through their own fur with, like, baleen teeth.
Oh, I see.
To get the food. And to throw out the stuff they don't want to eat. How you feeling?
Disconcerted. Further. Yep.
Okay, I thought this was more disconcerting than the herbivorous one.
I forgot the herbivorous one had, like, 25 goat heads at various intervals along its body.
Yeah.
And then now the hoopapede has, like, 25 goat heads in a circle.
Yeah, they can all see each other.
Oh, no. I'm like, I don't know if any sort of fisherman in a fantasy setting would be able to utilize this creature, or if they would just look at it and be like, yep, that's up there with, like, a kraken. That's one of those, like, monsters that you don't mess with.
Because I'm imagining this as it's not like a shark or nothing. It's got, like, baleen teeth. I mean, it's got horns, so if you're swimming and you're in the wrong space. But, like, I'm imagining them being the deeper waters because they need, like, the phytoplankton and other small things to eat. You know, they're not much of a danger to people. But if you ever do catch one, butcher all of the heads, because that's probably one of the things that's going to be true with both this and the other one, that you could potentially have it live on with only one head.
If they had, like, an interconnected nervous system that, like, each head had a small portion of the brain, like, scattered throughout all the different heads.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
But anyway, if you can catch it and can butcher it appropriately, because now all their blood systems are connected.
Yeah.
They're not just touching.
Uh-huh.
Like, their hearts pump for all of them. They all individually have stomachs.
It's like a segmented thing, to where it's like, yeah, I could just lose a section of myself and be fine.
More or less.
Oh, do you think they can do, like, starfish and, like, regenerate from a piece?
They have to now.
They have to now. And this is specifically for the herbivorous and the aquatic Goatipedes. I feel like...
I don't know if I'm gonna let the herbivorous starfish.
Oh, but the aquatic one...
Because in this, I kind of had in my head that it was like some mad mage mixing animals. Right? And like, I don't know, it just feels so much weirder for a land creature to be able to do that than for a sea creature.
I mean, like, lizards can regenerate their tails and limbs and stuff.
Yeah, they can... I can get kinda behind that. But like, we were talking about starfish style.
That's fair.
Where like, imagine if you cut off one of the aquatic Goatipede heads. And if it had enough food beforehand. Or if it found more food.
Yeah, it can just regenerate from just that headpiece.
Maybe. Let's actually say you cut one entire segment off.
Yeah, because I was thinking kind of segments.
Because I'm like, no, I want it to still have a stomach and still have a heart. They have gills, obviously.
Yes, because why would a goat not have gills if it was
it's
aquatic?
an aquatic goat. It's gotta have... Are you saying that they're, like, not breathing anymore?
I mean, I don't know. Whatever this mad mage would be experimenting with.
Yeah, but it's like a weird biomage.
I mean, they could be like dolphins, where they gotta come up for air every so often. Wouldn't that be horrifying?
Oh, and I gave them baleen.
Yeah, so like they wouldn't have to have gills. They could just have blowholes. And they just come up every once in a while. They get the air, but they got like, 25 sets of lungs, so they can just hold on to some excess air. Especially if they, like, drift a little more instead of actively swim.
Uh-huh. And I do imagine that as, like, filter feeders, they're, like, pretty casual.
Yeah.
But I imagine they can swim.
Yeah.
But, like, a lot of times they probably enjoy just kind of sitting in a current.
Yeah, I can see that.
Gosh. Making them still air breathers is very funny.
Yeah.
But if I do that, I want them to regenerate less.
Okay.
Because that's like, we're getting into mixing in dolphin or whale biology a bit much.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, dolphin and whales don't regrow like that. Sorry, I was just imagining, well, maybe the herbivorous one can regrow its other heads. If they don't have much of the brain.
I do, for like a magic setting, like the idea of these ones being able to regrow segments or continue to grow segments. Like, what if they start out looking just like a normal goat, but then the goat gets a growth, and that growth eventually turns into like a second segment of goat, and it keeps on keeping on? Because then that would make the birthing of these things a lot more reasonable.
Uh-huh.
Just, the caboose segment is where they get birthed.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah, if you like separate the Goatipede segments, they should be, as long as you stop the bleeding appropriately, they should be autonomous enough to be able to like regenerate.
Uh-huh.
Grow more.
So for the herbivorous one, right, the front half has a much better chance of survival than the back half.
Yeah.
But, oh, that does sound funny. I'd say for the aquatic ones, they're born in trios.
Okay. Oh, yeah, like a little...
Because you need a hoop.
Yeah, you need a hoop.
And you need at least 3 for it to be a hoop.
Maybe the aquatic ones are eggs. Come from eggs. Like...
Oh! Okay, I don't hate that. And when, like, part of their first bits of life. Oh, what if they kangaroo a little bit and they sit in the filter feeding fluff?
Oh, okay, that's reasonable. That would be a reasonable live birth. Is if, yeah, they marsupialed it. And there was just, like, a pouch that they could squiggle into at the edge of the filter fluff.
Uh-huh. And I can imagine, like, the parent hoop, like, going to different faces of the babies and going...
blowing into it with little bits of filter food.
Well, actually, I was meaning air.
Oh, to get their little lungs to do things.
Right, so that way they can start breathing, and so that way they can stay underwater for longer. Though, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, they travel through, they get their fluff full of food, then they surface, which looks like the most cursed fairy circle you've ever seen. Because it's just goat heads.
Yep.
And a loop, and then when you look, there's a layer of fluff sitting on the top of the water with a bunch of tiny, too small goats.
That would be some, like, sailor, just little fisherman out on his boat, and he's just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here in these waters, see if I can get some good sea bass, and then he looks over, what in the nine hells?
And I feel like all of their fluff is in the middle. I feel like their backs might either be dolphin-y.
Oh, God.
It's smoother for the aerodynamics.
The water dynamics.
The middle's already dragging them down.
Oh, this just gets more and more cursed. I'm not drawing these ones.
What? Why not?
I am not drawing these ones. Someone else can draw these.
But you can't tell me it wouldn't be an interesting artwork to show the feeding of the babies at the surface.
I
said interesting. I didn't say enjoyable.
Yeah. I'll draw the Rolling Hills one.
Very fair.
Because that one's cute.
It is cute. It is by far the cutest. The nicest. The one that, like, if you want to have, like, a cozy fantasy, having someone who built their house at the right spot on the back of one of these.
And they just kind of, like, ride it around the continent.
And they feed it manure?
Maybe? I mean, if it's, like, strictly photosynthetic.
Yeah, but it's gotta get, like, if you think about, like...
nutrients.
Right? If you think about photosynthetic things, they also need nutrients from the dirt. So it probably, like, do you wonder if it ever, like, munches a hill, lays there and looks like a bigger hill?
I could imagine, though, that since they have kind of those layers of dirt, other plants, like, if their, like, photosynthetic fur is relatively sparse for their surface area, I could imagine that being a good breeding ground for other plants.
True.
And, like, it to catch seeds and stuff, and then when those plants grow up and then they die, they're giving some extra nutrients, like, cycling it back to the dirt.
Maybe its skin releases and intake stuff from the dirt on it.
Yeah, I think that seems reasonable.
Fair. Sorry, I was just trying to also imagine how you could have someone befriend one and give it food.
That's fair.
Because that would be cute for a story.
That'd be very cute for a story.
Like, you get, like, your own fresh compost that you've been mixing and you give it a shovelful as a treat.
I mean, you could probably just, you know, put it on its dirt pile.
True.
It's like giving something like a bath, and it likes a bath. In this case, like a little mud bath or manure bath for the hillside Goatipede.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if it, like... I'm trying to... my farming knowledge is not the strongest. But it's like a rake, but you drag it through dirt to make lines for planting.
A tiller?
Kinda like probably something of a tiller, but I'm imagining like a hoe. Maybe there are types of hoe.
There's also types of rakes.
Fair. Because I am imagining it's like closest to like a set of spikes going straight down that you stab into the dirt and draw back to make lines. But maybe that is a hand tiller?
I think it's a type of rake.
Could just be a type of rake. Anyway, the core point behind this concept was that would be for back scratchies.
Back scratchies.
Right? Because can you imagine? You're on the back of the photosynthetic Goatipede. It's migrating right now.
Uh-huh.
And you're, like, setting up the land to put in your, like, manure and other stuff. And you're taking one of those without, like, sharp ends.
Yeah.
And you're putting it down the foot deep and pulling it back to give it back scratchies.
Yeah, and to till up the soil a little bit, get things aerated.
As you're adding in the manure in it to keep it well fed. And by keeping it so well fed, it can stay awake and keep moving and doing other stuff. Where a lot of them would stay asleep longer.
Oh man, you could have like a whole story or like a whole village dedicated to where like each of these like giant segments you have like either a garden or a little like house or a little shop or whatever. Like the duty of the whole town is to take care of this like giant Goatipede, Rolling Hills Goatipede.
Well, I honestly, one step further, nomadic culture, who is symbiotic with Goatipede, with the photosynthetic Goatipedes, and their whole culture, like, they help protect the young of the other Goatipedes, and they build all of their villages on the back of one or more Goatipedes.
Yeah.
And they have, like, a migratory route that they take them on to keep them in the most summer possible.
See, that's some fun fantasy building right there. That's less disturbing.
Yeah.
I'm all about the cute, wholesome stuff.
I play around with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Okay, but can you not imagine
Okay.
a, like, group of, like, hobbits or goblins riding the herbivorous one? So many saddles.
So many.
But it's eating the whole time. And it's not going to be, like, super fast or whatnot, right?
But it would be efficient.
But it'd be efficient. You wouldn't use much of your own energy. You'd be clearing out the trail for other people. You have, like, a party of, like, 15 to 20.
Yeah.
Armed with, like, slings or bows or whatnot.
Yeah.
To protect it. And you lead it. Maybe even using, like, horse blinders sort of stuff for the front face. With some ability to tilt it. To get it and clear a trail if you're trying to found a new village.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like a kind of creepy critter.
But it could be functional in a fantasy setting.
And also you could use it for getting over mountains.
True.
Because I'm imagining all of those feet are like mountain goat feet. So they can all climb up that weirdly sheer heights. And then it's got the equivalent of 25 goats working together. So if any one foot slips, that doesn't mean that much.
That's a point.
Like, this thing can climb like nobody's business.
God, that's a horrifying envisionment to imagine this, like, centipede-esque goat thing going basically up the side of a sheer cliff. You just look over and there's this, like, looks like a long Chinese dragon just kind of hovering there, but you're like, no, that's the Goatipede, and it's, like, standing on a couple of, like, little sprigs of rock sticking out of the cliff face. And then it just, like, crawls its way up the mountain, and you're just like, full body shivers as a peasant, you know? High fantasy, middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Okay. You ready for carnivorous?
The most disturbing one.
Okay. Take closer in body shape to the photosynthetic, where it's mostly like a bunch of torsos as opposed to full bodies. right? So it's like the shoulders, the front shoulders,
Yeah.
over and over again.
Okay.
The legs are not legs. There are just hooves attached at the shoulder joint.
Okay.
And it ripples with the hooves individually flapping with, like, ankle motion.
Oh, okay.
For it to be able to skitter like that.
Uh-huh.
This one is much more flexible than the rest of them.
Okay.
The other ones can, like, swirl a bit. So, like if you were playing the snake game, can swirl like that.
Okay.
And they can kind of touch themselves.
Okay.
This could, like, full, like, pumpkin roll.
Oh, okay, I see.
Because this one is a carnivorous Goatipede, but it is, in fact, based off of constrictor snakes.
Okay.
The idea being that it would... I also imagine this as being kind of mountain goaty, because I want it to be able to hang at places you wouldn't know it's there.
Oh, I hate that.
Because it's an ambush predator.
No.
Again, 25 goats long.
25 goats long.
Well, I guess not quite.
Maybe 14 to 25?
Well, because, okay, still has 100 legs.
Unless it's like a pygmy goat.
It still has 100 feet. I want it to be normal goat size for
Okay.
the two torso-y section, but it's the front shoulders,
Uh-huh.
so it's probably pretty close to 25 goats long, but it's the front shoulders of 50 goats. Because there's 50 segments,
Okay.
right? Because it only has that front section. It doesn't have the whole torso bit. Because I need the hooves to be really close to each other.
Okay.
Right? So it is probably shorter in total length than the herbivorous one. But it will fall on you and wrap around you using its mountain goat hooves. And then it'll undulate them to crush its prey.
I don't like that.
Getting tighter and tighter, but also each of the spots, it kind of like, it's like rolling in over and over again to crush and break the bones of it throughout, as opposed to just pure constriction.
Okay.
And then, yes, it can unhinge its jaw. I actually, worse than unhinge its jaw, do imagine that the goat head and part of into the first shoulder kind of splits open in a way that doesn't look like it makes any sense and is covered up by the fur. Because it swallows its prey whole like snakes.
Uh-huh. So, like, what looks like the goat head, it would effectively just be its snout, if we're going off of, like, a snake.
Yeah.
And, like, down the side of the, you know, what we would expect to be a goat neck, is, the neck is part of its, like, upper palate and, like, bottom jaw.
Yeah.
Oh, does this mean that, like, the first set of shoulders is where, like, its true eyes might sit? Or do you think it would, like, see out of the goat head eyes?
If we're doing this, it also sees out of the goat head eyes no matter what.
Okay, okay.
Just based on how I'm imagining these creatures being invented and being vibed out.
Uh-huh.
Maybe shoulders? Though maybe it also has kind of like... Those eyes are for visual, but it also has some of those other, like, snake-like temperature sensey things at other parts.
I can see that.
Not sure exactly where I want all the sensory organs.
Yeah, that's for a later, when you gotta try
But that is fair that the brain is probably in that first neck.
Yeah, or at least in the first neck to torso region, if we
Yeah.
wanna, like, if we want to have the head structure like that, because that would be even more horrifying if you cut the goat head off of this carnivorous Goatipede, but then it could still eat ya.
Yeah, it'd just have a smaller mouth, so it would be harder.
Uh-huh.
And to clarify, I do imagine that the teeth are still more or less goat teeth,
Oh.
but it has more rings of them. Because the idea is the hooves are supposed to crush and kill you.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't need the, mouth latching on that a constrictor needs with its teeth. Because it gets the first stab in, so you can't get it out as it starts its coil. Whereas this one, every single hoof is holding you in.
I see.
And the teeth are just for funneling you down into it further and further.
Oh, that almost feels rude. That feels rude because goats don't have top teeth in the front.
That's funny!
They got back teeth, though.
Uh-huh.
My mom found that out on accident.
So they have, and I guess I just want to call them front. What's the specific word for those teeth?
Oh, I forget.
Anyway, your two front teeth. They just have a gap.
Yeah.
All they want for Christmas is their two front teeth.
But they don't need it because they already tenderized their food with their hooves.
Uh-huh. And they have multiple gaps there. But yes, they do in fact flop down, being a pretty large creature.
Yeah, goats are kind of heavy.
Because it's at least 12 goats long.
Yeah.
Full body goat length.
And goats are pretty solid muscle.
Uh-huh. 2 foot long is a reasonable mountain goat length, or are mountain goats bigger?
Oh, they're bigger.
3 foot?
Yeah.
So, if I'm saying at least 12 goats long,
And
that's at least 36 feet long.
36 feet of unadulterated goatipede.
If it's eating small, it probably doesn't even have to do the whole rapid crush routine. It can probably just fall on its prey.
Probably.
If it's eating another goat.
Fair.
A goat, not a...
Not a goatipede.
Uh-huh. Now, this one would be very funny for someone to tame.
Yeah?
In a horrifying way.
That would be one of those, quote-unquote pets that some sort of big bad evil guy would have. Or a weird mob boss, or a very strange, zoo creature collector. Oh, just imagine one that was, taxidermied in somebody's lair.
Oh, you say taxidermy, but I was first imagining a mob boss who has one.
Yeah.
Right, imagine the goat face is sitting on his lap.
Oh, no.
And as he pets it, it opens and, bays and makes happy noises. So it's splitting wrong over and over. Right as he scratches, behind its true ears.
Uh-huh. The true ears would be, back in the, very nape of the neck of the first goat head.
Yeah. Sorry, I was imagining, what if it has some of the sensory organs inside of its mouth?
I mean, reasonable?
Because, I know snakes will, use their tongue for temperature detecting.
Uh-huh.
But I was also well, what if it had some extra eyes in there where the teeth gaps are?
I have no words.
You don't have to do that. Just saying. I was just wondering, I'm there's a spot there, and it's got a lack of eyes for the number of goats it has.
I mean... God, do not give this thing, 25 pairs of eyes.
Oh, that would be weird if there were eyes on all of the shoulders.
Oh, and it looked
for it to be able to, see all around. That would make it slightly more bug-ish.
It would.
Not centipede specific, but...
But, if you were a mad mage, would you give a goatipede sets of eyes for every goat segment?
Honestly, I feel like when making the carnivorous goatipede, he was in a bad mood, so yes.
Alright, there we go.
Because, the idea is it's an ambush predator, right?
Uh-huh.
So to be able to see in so many different directions at once as it's moving is great for keeping track of and knowing where its prey is.
That's a good point.
And one of the core weaknesses of constrictors is third-party interference.
Yeah.
And being able to see all around you
It's helpful.
while you're trying to eat would let you know if you need to go for that.
That's a point.
And with all these different ones being able to hold at such close gaps, I do imagine that it can cling onto a ceiling.
That's horrifying.
Like a cave ceiling.
Somebody put this in a game and let us know how it goes.
Like, honestly, if you put this in a dungeon crawl and it's sticking on the dungeon ceiling and it falls down... I don't know how strong I want this to be comparable. Depends on the game people play.
Yeah.
Like, I think for D&D, I'm pretty comfy with, like, CR5.
Okay.
So, like, by the time you're level 5, a group of you should be able to handle this pretty well. But, like, potentially lethal to one of you for a group of 4 level 1s.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. You know, for Fate, my preferred system, I'm gonna say it's a heck no, because I explicitly like the cute, cozy things in Fate.
What?
What?
Like, is it that much worse than, like, an alligator?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh, does it also have horns on its snout?
Yes. I'm gonna say yes. I feel like a carnivorous Goatipede needs just extra things to make it spooky. What? I see your eyebrows shooting up.
Well, I mean, we gave him eyes along all the sections. What if we gave it horns all along its back?
Or like spines, but the spines are made of the horns.
Because imagine if it's clinging onto the ceiling and it sees you.
It just falls on its back to like gore you.
And then it twists itself over and carries you back home. Though, I don't know, I feel like...
The spines could just be protection.
Yeah, maybe the spines are just protection. Because I'm like, no, like, goat horns would be too likely to break for that sort of thing. But also, try attacking this thing when it has...
eyes everywhere and horns everywhere. Biblically accurate Goatipede. With the 100 eyes.
That's pretty good.
I feel like these things would also be extremophiles. Like, I feel like this is the sort of, like, thing of hell that would be in, like, a volcanic cave.
Oh, that would be so neat. And hey, if you want to make it specifically a volcanic extremophile, feel free to give it a flame breath.
Or a flame fart, depending on how your humor runs.
True.
You try to attack it in the back end and you get crispy. What?
Okay. So I'm like, well, what happened to the back legs? And this only is for the flame variant. Only if you want to get weirder. And only if you're comfortable with, like, flying squirrel type skin flaps.
Oh god.
If the back legs can unfurl off of it and have skin flaps between them. And then it uses the butt fart as part of propulsion.
Oh my god.
To go further when because it's heavy.
Yeah.
It's heavy. It needs a little bit more forward momentum.
I mean, I'm thinking each segment is, like, highly muscled, so it should be able to, like, caterpillar itself.
Yeah. Oh, it's but I mean, if we want it to glide.
Oh.
That's why I was like, this only works for the version who has the flame butt. Because it's heavy from all the muzzle. Yes, it caterpillars itself. That is my imagining. It caterpillars up the cave wall, up onto the cave ceiling. It can see in the dark.
Oh, God.
And it's waiting for you.
I have to look up goat hooves right now, because I'm imagining, like, the split hoof. And I don't remember if goats have split hooves. Oh, they do. Oh, amazing. Okay, yep, that makes it even more horrifying.
as it digs them into you
Yep.
to break all your bones.
Yup. Yep.
And then it can climb back up to the ceiling and digest you while it waits for someone else.
You know, I imagine these things would have a pretty hearty diet of like one adventurer every like month or two.
Yeah.
Would be probably satisfying for it.
And like it'll eat other stuff.
Yeah, small game or mid-sized game.
Uh-huh. I mean, this thing's 36 foot long.
Yeah.
This thing could probably... Floofy boofy.
Cat hopping up where she shouldn't.
Well, I left a thing where I should.
She hopped up on it.
Uh-huh. Because I'm like, I don't know, 36 foot long. This and a moose might...
I don't think you could eat a moose.
No, couldn't eat a moose. Wouldn't be able to unhinge open up enough.
Unless it tenderized the moose real good.
But I'm saying that it could fight a moose.
Alright.
I don't know if it'd win, for sure. But I think it could kill a moose.
Okay.
Because, like... Right? Because, like, the torso's only... like, a diameter of 1.5 feet. Right? And then you compare that to, like, a moose.
Uh-huh.
But then it's 36 foot long at least.
Yeah, that wraparound power would be something.
Right, but, like, if the moose can slam its body into, like, cave walls... Or, like, hook its... antlers in its body... Like, it could probably, like, shred big portions.
Okay.
And then have it bleed out. And, like, the hood, it might not be strong enough to, like, break moose bones. Because it breaks all along its body all together, kind of weird-like.
Yeah.
But also, those split hooks could probably start piercing and start bleeding them.
Reasonable. So now the question is, this carnivorous Goatipede, since it is only partial segments of goats, would it have similar regenerative abilities as the aquatic and the herbivorous Goatipedes?
I'm gonna say yes, just because I think the guy was mad when he made it.
Okay.
I just feel like it's got spines on its back. It's got eyes along all its shoulders.
Yep.
In addition to, the front. Like, yup.
It's got some good regeneration.
It's got too good a regeneration. If you split it in half, and it ate well beforehand.
You got 2 Goatipedes to deal with.
Even if it didn't eat great, you probably have 2 smaller Goatipedes afterwards.
Okay.
Though actually, this one would be a very good one to just grow segments as it gets bigger.
Yeah, that would be a really good one.
This one would be. Like, maybe it only starts, like, 10 foot long. Or even shorter.
I could imagine this particular Goatipede, instead of, like, segments adding on to, like, the end, the segments grow from the central point, or anywhere within the central point, like, past maybe the first 3 segments in the front and 3 segments in the back. Because then that primes, genetically, those segments for reproduction in the, like, regeneration, so that if you cut anywhere else along that whole middle, that's where you get the extra, the split, and you get 2 Goatipedes for 1.
And with this regeneration, I'm imagining that their blood clotting is very strong.
Yeah.
Right, well, because, like, if it gets cut in half, and both halves can survive,
then, yeah.
It's gotta be able to stop the bleed.
Oh, man, if there's, like... Oh, if, like, the front segment of cut-off goat turns into a new, like, goat fake head and stuff.
Yeah.
It would take a little bit for it to happen.
Uh-huh.
But
Well,
yeah.
that's why I'm more confident that the front half can survive than the back half can survive in a lot of these designs.
Mhm.
Sorry, I just imagined a variant where the herbivorous one was like 24 or 26, half facing forward and half facing backwards. I don't like it.
Ew.
But that would make it easier to regenerate from any point.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Huh.
If they didn't mate.
If they were just asexual reproducers.
And getting split is how they reproduce.
I could get behind that.
And they never have to be... That also really feels right for a mad scientist making them.
Yeah.
Because also, making a reproductive system for these messed up body shapes feels bad.
Yeah. Unless they have, like, an egg.
Other than eggs. Which the aquatic ones make.
Which I'm like, in our descriptions of these Goatipedes, I feel like the Rolling Hills one would be like a natural creature. And then
Oh, yeah.
those other three
We're
variants.
inspired.
Yeah. Like, mad scientist was like, oh, I'm going to be a god. Let me try to replicate some of the creatures of this realm.
Uh-huh. So, yeah. Hope you had fun.
Yeah, you know, first episode discussing our amazing idea of Goatipedes.
If I would love it if someone used these in something.
Uh-huh.
I haven't had a good opportunity that felt right
Yeah.
to like use them. I had people meet the aquatic one, but they're just like weird little water freaks.
Yeah.
You just kind of see them and go like,
That's
I don't like that. And then you go about your day.
Uh-huh.
They were all pirates. There wasn't much land.
Yeah. And like, if nothing else, like, the herbivorous, aquatic, and photosynthetic Goatipedes make for some good world building. Some weird world building.
I gotta say, I would love it if someone made a like symbiotic culture of peeps like riding and tending to photosynthetic Goatipedes.
This genuinely feels like it could fit into my Cozy Confectionaries RPG world.
That one really does.
That might
The herbivorous could maybe, but it's a little weird for your world.
Yeah, like, I could probably write up a cute, cozy story with the photosynthetic Goatipede community.
Yeah.
I might do that. Stay tuned.
Anyway, bye. We don't have a send-off. There is not much exactly.
Yeah. If the cat was closer, I'd try to get her to meow.